I had so many questions once my hair started growing back post-chemotherapy. Hi, I'm EJ, a cancer survivor, and today I hope that I get to answer all of your burning questions about hair regrowth post-chemo. So what are some of the main concerns that people have once their hair starts growing back post-chemotherapy?
It's completely out of control. It grows back curly and fluffy, even if your hair's dead straight prior to the treatment. But it's temporary and you end up with the hair that you always had before. Another concern is sometimes it grows back patchy and not all at once, but inevitably, with very few exceptions, the hair will return to its former glory.
A majorly important question: when is your hair okay to start colouring?
After treatment, it is okay to start colouring your hair when your scalp settles down. And my experience is probably not apply a full-on ammonia colour in the first 6 months, which can be a long time for somebody. But there are non-ammonia colours that you can use. Every hair range will have non-ammonia colour, which is safer than ammonia colour. Obviously you can't foil it until it's about 5 centimetres long because you can't get the foil to stay in there. So if you are worried, you could wait until you can get a foil in, because that product doesn't touch your scalp and it won't affect your hair.
How does someone handle chemo curls, particularly for those that have never had curly hair?
The very first one is have your hair cut, because the sooner you can get those chemo curls with a blunt end on them, it will then return quicker and quicker back to how it was before. Products obviously are going to be what's going to drive you while it's growing. It's better if it's slicked on the side. It's always better for your face shape. It's always more controlled looking. If it's a bit wild on the top, it's okay if it's nice and slick at the side. So that's for products.
And we can't forget our men folk. Are there any specific tips for men's hair growing back post-chemo?
A nice crisp short haircut with a fade, very cool right at this moment. Fades are right in. For women it's not quite as easy, but for men they can fade it right out and slowly grow a bit of length on the top. Men seem to often get quite sensitive scalps when it grows back. So while it's growing back, if you've got a hot spot, get the Bonjela out.
Oh my goodness, that is such a good tip. Top 3 things that people can do right now today from home to help them style this new short hair of theirs.
The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is some of the products that help control your hair as it's growing out really curly. And those are things like pomades and gels and creams, and even spray waxes are really quite cool. It's so important to rub it over your entire hand, and you never start putting pomade on there. You always start at the back.
I may have been doing this wrong.
Yeah, rub it onto your fingertips so that
Yeah.
you can get it in, and just work it. Then you want to lock it into place. Now there's hairsprays and hairsprays. A flexible hairspray like this one is really good. You can spray it on and then you can brush it out, and it has a memory, so it will hold the hair softly into that memory. And then, you know, if you've got it perfect and you never want it to move until you come home, then use the concrete. So now I'm going to talk to you about a couple of camouflage products. Now these are fantastic and not many people know about them, and they're perfect for people who are trying to grow their hair back out. Sometimes you can have a slightly thinner area, and this can be what might make you take the wig off and wear your hair again, because you can be very concerned about people seeing your scalp, but this will take that away.
Oh my gosh, that was the most incredible interview with Grant. He shared so many invaluable tips and tricks. I hope you learned a whole lot. Gosh, I even learned things I didn't know I needed to know. For more information, head to www.lgfb.co.nz.